On Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru's 130th birth anniversary, a central university in the national capital named after him was shamed with the bust of Swami Vivekananda defaced. There was shocking graffiti painted outside the office of the Vice Chancellor of the Jawaharlal Nehru University in a country that actually prides itself on following the principles of Acharya Devo Bhav, or teacher is God. Students have been protesting a partial rollback in fees but want a total rollback on restrictions. But is vandalism an accepted form of protest? Nainika Singhal brings you a top story.
The showdown over fee hike in prestigious Jawaharlal Nehru University takes an ugly turn. A bust of social reformer Swami Vivekananda on university premises was defaced allegedly by the protesters. The vandals painted derogatory remarks against the BJP, which was later cleaned by the students.
जेन्युइन जो मुद्दा है जो सारे स्टूडेंट्स को कंसर्न करता है बिना किसी आइडियोलॉजी के उसको ये लोग बहुत ही पॉलिटिसाइज्ड वे में दिखाना चाहते हैं कि एबीवीपी कैसे मतलब दे हैव दिस आइडिया कि एबीवीपी इज ऑलवेज विद एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, दे आर हैविंग अ नेक्सस।
जेएनयू की जो पॉलिटिक्स रही है, स्टूडेंट पॉलिटिक्स, वो कभी भी हिंसावादी नहीं रही है और कभी भी इस तरह के शब्दों का चयन जेएनयू का स्टूडेंट नहीं करता है, चाहे वो उनकी लड़ाई होती है वो वैचारिक स्तर पर होती है।
The walls of the Vice Chancellor's office were also defaced using spray paint. Vulgar remarks were written against VC Jagdish Kumar and his nameplate damaged. The JNU Student Union, which is spearheading the agitation, distanced itself from the vandals.
A new debate has been come up within the campus just to polarize the debate of fee hike, and this is just not acceptable because this has been done by somebody from the administration, because this is not what JNU students stand for.
The BJP's leadership blamed left-wing student groups for the vandalism.
This is the kind of thinking that the left front and other such people do. They are part of what is now called the tukde tukdega.
The protests have been continuing despite a partial rollback in fee hike by the administration.
Once again, in its old colors, this is the culture of JNU: protest, slogan raising, and also painting that we can see right behind me. But what happened with the statue? JNU students refused to call it vandalism and clearly seem to be putting on the blame on the administration for the disrespectful slogans written on the Vivekanand bust. With cameraman Kuldeep, Nainika Singhal for India Today.
And joining me now on this India First special is Professor Kamal Mitra Chunai, an academic and an activist. Saira Shah Halim is author and activist. Tom Vadakan is the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. In a moment, we'll also be joined by Air Marshal Anil Chopra. He's a former air warrior and a fighter pilot. Ravi Srivastav is a political analyst. But Saira Shah Halim, has the defacing of Swami Vivekananda's bust and the graffiti outside the Vice Chancellor's office brought disrepute to a prestigious university like the Jawaharlal Nehru University?
See, there are some unruly elements in every university, and I feel this whole process of desecrating statues, vandalism, rowdyism, I think we need to put a stop to this, because students come to university to study, and whichever wing it is, radical elements need to be reprimanded, because you cannot run amok like that in a prestigious university. The entire university gets a bad name. So whether someone is doing it with ulterior motives or whether there's some students who are doing it for mischief, whoever it is, I think there has to be a full investigation, and all the offenders need to be reprimanded with immediate effect, because this is unacceptable.
Reprimanded
behavior.
or rusticated?
Rusticated.
What is happening is completely unacceptable. There are three images I want to show our viewers at this point of time. The first image on your television screen is the vandalism. Swami Vivekananda is an icon of this country. His bust defaced, abuse is written there. Then the vandalism that took place outside the Vice Chancellor's office, and the third, very, very worrying, that's an ambulance. That's an ambulance which is carrying an injured, an unwell professor of the Jawaharlal Nehru University. And students, you can see those students, you can identify those students, and those students are blocking that ambulance from taking a professor to hospital. His wife was pleading, his child was pleading, the Vice Chancellor of the university was pleading, and this happened on the 29th of October, and yet students did not let that ambulance pass for a very long time. What kind of student activism is this? And let me take that question to Professor Kamal Mitra Chinoy. Professor Kamal Mitra Chinoy, in your appreciation, is this student activism or is this vandalism? And is this breaking the law of the land where the police now need to move in and take action against the perpetrators, sir?
Well, if anyone is injured, there should be an ambulance there, and it should have a right to pass wherever, to whichever hospital it's going. That is always, a couple of times this has happened in JNU, but it's never happened that.
I'll try and reestablish that link in just a moment. Tom Vadakan, students say that this is a campaign to vilify the scholars and tarnish their protests against a fee hike and a partial rollback. What students are also saying, that there is no proof that students of the Jawaharlal Nehru University were involved in defacing Swami Vivekananda's bust, sir.
Gaurav, what we have seen has been shocking. We have all been to universities, whether it's Delhi University or JNU. There have been times when there was political movement, but this kind of a thing I think is unheard of. And that too, Swami Vivekananda's statue bust is defaced. And I would ironically call it, it's one of the worst action I've seen in the campus during my days. I have been an academician in my own capacity, but I've never seen anything like this. And the so-called diversionary tactics adopted today to divert attention from what I don't know. But this is a very planned and motivated games that are being played out. And the franchise of the Tukde gang seem to be gathering steam there. And I think it's a very dangerous trend for this country and for the educational system itself. The immediate cognizance must be taken, and those identified actions should be taken immediately against
What should that action be, Saira
and
Shah
I think
Halim?
that is very
the
important.
BJP says
I think this state of affairs,
this is the action of the Tukde gang, and this is in reference to those slogans at the Jawaharlal Nehru University. And we are not naming anyone, we are not naming any individual, but slogans like Bharat tere tukde honge, or Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai, or Afzal's barsi being observed at the Jawaharlal Nehru University. Saira, you're a soldier's daughter yourself. Is that acceptable?
See, firstly, I'd like to say one thing. This whole jingoism around this Tukde gang is a figment of the BJP's imagination. Because firstly, they're trying to de-intellectualize the country by aiming prominent universities that actually promote rationality, scientific temperament, and that is exactly what they are against. They want to push superstitions, religiosity down the citizens' throat. And it's been, there's no charge sheet that has been filed even 3 years hence from 2016 to 2019. I want to ask Mr. Tom here, the spokesperson, what happened with the charge sheet? Are you imagining that these guys were chanting religious slogan, chanting anti-national slogans?
Tom Vadakan, you must respond. What action has the Narendra Modi government taken against those who are alleged to have shouted Bharat tere tukde honge?
I am responding to Saira. It was stopped by the Delhi government, the Delhi administration, in the other detractors of the Delhi government who gave them protection. Until now, they have not allowed the case to proceed further. So let us talk about, when you talk about intellectualism, let me be very candid to you. Intellectualism is not the proprietorial right of particular university. It is the students who bring intellectualism, the teachers, the faculty. Now, if this is the kind of faculty and teachers that you have, I'm sorry. I've seen teachers, I've seen one of the best teachers, I've been one of the best schools and colleges, but this, Saira, is shocking. And if you have an ambulance that is stopped, and icons of this country, the buses are destroyed. If you think this is intellectualism, I think you go and sell it elsewhere.
Let me quickly bring in Professor Kamal Mitra Chinoy, and Saira, I'll just come to you in a moment. But Professor Kamal Mitra Chinoy, the point that I was trying to raise, that there is a pattern to the unscholarly behavior at such a prestigious university. Keeping teachers hostage, taking teachers hostage, not permitting an ambulance with an unwell dean of students' welfare to pass. Are these students here to study, or are they there to break the law? And we have those images on a television screen. Those scholars, those alleged scholars, Professor Chinoy, who are stopping an ambulance, should they not be rusticated from college?
By the way, I have already said that there should be no stoppage of medical facilities. I have said it on your channel.
But it
now, if you want to repeat something or regurgitate something, I can't do much.
Should action
be taken? But the fact of the matter is that there are 43 central universities. 43 central universities. And JNU has been recognized to be second of all the universities. So you don't know what you're talking
that
about.
A professor
if
was
there has
unwell,
been any
with his child pleading, with his wife pleading, with the Vice Chancellor pleading, ambulance was not permitted.
But you have no locus standi. You have no locus standi. You are misusing your position, speaking on this channel, but there is no such thing that you are saying which is true, unless there is something about the ambulance, and that we'll find out. But even then, no one said the ambulance could never move. It said that the ambulances were stopped for a while. And by the way, where was the Vice Chancellor?
And you think that's kosher?
In the Executive Council? He left the entire Executive Council, and only the Minister
would go out.
But let me tell you something.
This is unforgivable behavior. No one can stop an ambulance, and no one can run amok and promote vandalism at a university campus. Now, whichever side of the fence it is, whether it's left radicalism or right radicalism, any kind of students who are behaving unruly, who are breaking the disciplinary code, have to be punished, have to be rusticated. There's no two ways about it. However, this rumor mongering and labeling people anti-national without any valid proof, that is unacceptable.
Ma'am, you have images on the television screen, and you have the Vice Chancellor of the university who's tweeting about it, who's pleading with scholars. Vice Chancellor. This is not rumor mongering. The Vice Chancellor is on record. I'm sure we respect a Vice Chancellor of a central university or the registrar of a central university.
I think issues should de-escalate now, and there should be a complete communication channel open between the students and the Vice Chancellor, because this is absolutely unacceptable. Any rowdyism, gundaism has to be crushed. It is absolutely unacceptable behavior at a prestigious university campus.
Professor Kamal Mitra Chinoy, I hope you agree. Rowdyism needs to stop on campuses.
There was no such vandalism. And the fact is that there was an Executive Council meeting yesterday, and the Vice Chancellor took the entire Executive Council out of JNU and took it to the university authorities near the Bal Bhavan opposite the press club, the press lines. So he had no business doing this. As far as
if he's doing something wrong, democratically protest. But is vandalism democratic protest? Is breaking property, damaging property, defacing property a democratic form of protest? Let me take that question to Air Marshal Chopra. Air Marshal Chopra is an air warrior.
Don't know anything.
Air Marshal Chopra is an air warrior. Air Marshal Chopra, soldiers get their bachelor's degree from the Jawaharlal Nehru University as an air warrior. What would you say, sir, about the defacing of Swami Vivekanand statue at the Jawaharlal Nehru University?
You know, I personally feel, I have been on the Executive Council of the Jawaharlal Nehru University for nearly 2 years. I feel that institutions like JNU, which are supposed to be the top universities of the country, must concentrate more on academics and less on politics. Some groups of students apparently are trying to play politics in this whole exercise. Obviously, they are backed by some political parties from either side, and that is what is causing this confusion. There are about 10,000 students in JNU, and I wish and hope that nearly 9,500 of them will have nothing to do with the politics. They would like to build their careers. They've been sent from their homes to study.
Absolutely.
And I think such institutions must encourage better academics and not allow this to become a playing ground for politics.
Absolutely. Ravi
Defacing
Srivastava.
whosoever. I do not know who has defaced the statue of Swami Vivekananda.
So should there be an
Swami
investigation?
Vivekananda was the youth role model of this country.
Absolutely. Ravi
That's the
Srivastava,
last
should
thing
Delhi
have been
police now move in, conduct an investigation and take strictest possible action against whoever it may be, whoever indulged in this vandalism,
I
sir?
challenge you to go to JNU and see Vivekanand statue without a covering on it. It has been covered because it is in
Ravi Srivastava. I'll try and reestablish that link with Ravi Srivastava in just a moment.
On this subject, I would...
Go on, Mr. Srivastava, I can
Allow
hear
me,
you.
please. What I am saying is that any kind of Gundaism, any kind of hooliganism on the campus must be condemned. That is the primary thing. But at the most, what I want to say is that the JNU administration, under pressure from the ruling BJP dispensation, has been trying to curb the activities on the campus. And the way they have raised the fees, 300% and all, it is just not acceptable.
Okay,
And
Tom
this is
Vadakan,
happening
respond.
practically in every
Tom
campus.
Vadakan,
They
students are
trying
only
to do it in
reacting
IITs,
to the
they are
actions
trying to do it in
that
BHU,
Ravi Srivastava says is at the behest of the
this
BJP
has
government.
to be stopped. This has to be gradual.
I'll tell you what. There is a dialogue process. From rupees 10 per month, for 10 rupees you had a room in JNU. Have you ever heard of it? And it was increased to 300. From there it has come down to 100. Now the point here is, let me not go into the cost statistics. You want to run a university, you have to have funds for that. If all that is ignored, then it is all a free meal. But now let me also tell you, the professor here said that there was nothing happening there. Aliens came from space, to destroy Vivekananda ji's statue. The point is, it's right there before the public. And if the professor turns blind and says nothing happens, it's all very good, we will all be in control, Gundaism has been let loose. And now what is passing off as Dharna is Danga. Now, if you from Dharna you move to Danga,
let me bring Saira Shah to respond to that.
I'm not passing judgment on a
Is this
university.
Dharna or is this Danga, as the BJP puts it? And there are 3 instances where we are saying that vandalism, Swami Vivekanand statue, defacing Jawaharlal Nehru University walls, Vice Chancellor's office, and stopping an ambulance. Madam.
See, here we are moving closer to iconoclasm, because here, if you look at in Tripura, Lenin statue was vandalized. Some time back, Mr. Ambedkar's statue was vandalized.
And we were all outraged about that. We were all very unhappy with that.
Mahatma Gandhi's statue was desecrated in UP.
So
and
that's
now
unacceptable.
even Swami Vivekananda, whoever has done this, he is an icon. Swami Vivekananda, every Indian respects him. Every Indian respects Mahatma Gandhi, Mr. Ambedkar, Swami Vivekanand ji, and anyone who is disrespecting our national icons need to be punished. And I would request the government, I would request the law enforcement agencies to do a full and fair investigation.
A transparent investigations. Marshal Chopra, that is what is required. A transparent investigations. Weed out the Gunda elements. Let scholars be there and let scholars study.
What is hidden? You people don't know what's happened.
Okay, Professor Chinoy wants to come in before Marshal. Quickly, Professor Chinoy, last 30 seconds. Yes, go on, Professor Chinoy.
Gaurav, I just want to say that
the Vivekanand statue was so badly made that it is covered in cloth. I was there yesterday. You cannot see Vivekanand statue because it is covered in cloth. Whereas the Jawaharlal Nehru statue, which is well made, is not covered. So all this, and also please remember, there's unity in JNU. The Akhil Bharati Vidyarthi Parishad is with the Students' Union. And a lot of teachers are against the Vice Chancellor.
Nothing can justify Gundaism, nothing can justify vandalism, nothing can justify stopping an ambulance. And that's my limited point. Should action not be taken against those who are stopping ambulances? I will continue to track the story. I have run out of time on the show this evening. But we will track the story very, very closely, and it remains to be seen whether action is actually taken on ground or it remains only on paper and as a political tool. A quick break. Rajdeep Sardesai comes up next. Stay with us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.